Choosing the right title and character names for your stories is a first but crucial step to achieving memorability, emotional resonance, and even commercial success. Welcome to Good Writing, everyone. In this episode, we'll learn how to write titles that capture some essence of your story and characters whose names stick in the minds of your readers and viewers. We'll explore key principles backed by examples from films and novels that got it right. The title of your story is often the first encounter readers or viewers have with your work. It should be intriguing, relevant, and ideally hint at the core themes or conflicts in your story. The title Silence of the Lambs by Thomas Harris is eerie and unsettling. It draws readers in through an enigma. What do lambs have to do with silence, and more importantly, with the story? The title, we later discover, represents a haunting memory in Clarice Starling's life, but the mystery behind it compels you to open the book or press play. Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park is short, sharp, and descriptive, and creates an immediate sense of the grand, primal nature of the story. It is a perfect fit for a tale that mixes cutting-edge science with prehistoric terror. The word Jurassic evokes images of dinosaurs, while Park misleads you into thinking of a more controlled and safe environment, a contrast that fuels the tension of the story. Character names are not just labels. They ought to convey something about the character's essence, background, or thematic role in the story. Consider how a name sounds, its cultural or linguistic roots, and the expectations it sets up. In Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, the name Atticus Finch suggests wisdom and nobility. Atticus has classical connotations, evoking a figure from ancient Rome known for his sense of justice, which reflects Atticus Finch's moral backbone as a lawyer and father. It is dignified and resonates with the idea of standing up for what is right, even in the face of opposition. To get back to Silence of the Lambs again, Hannibal Lecter's name harkens back to the ancient general Hannibal, known for his strategic genius and ruthlessness. Lecter, by contrast, sounds clinical, almost like lecture, hinting at his brilliant but cold intellect. Together, the words reinforce the duality of a man who is both a monster and a genius. A great title can spark curiosity and leave the audience wanting to know more. Ambiguity or multi-layered meanings often work in favor of a memorable tale. Although Philip Dick's Blade Runner doesn't tell you what the story is about, it does have a sharp, sleek feel to it that matches the noir science fiction world it introduces. The term runner implies action, and Blade adds the sharp edge of danger. It's a title that is iconic because of the mood it sets, not because it explains everything up front. Similarly, J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye seems obscure at first, but once we wade into the story, we come to understand its significance. The title refers to Holden Caulfield's dream of protecting children from the corruption of adulthood. This kind of metaphorical richness makes the title intriguing and unforgettable. Names and titles should be easy to say and remember. The rhythm, sound, and the length of a name can help it linger in the mind. In J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter, the alliterative sound of the two words is simple and memorable. Again, the name itself is unremarkable at first glance, which makes it relatable. It allows the character to grow into his extraordinary destiny without being overshadowed by a flamboyant name. Rowling carefully balances the ordinary with the extraordinary in her choice of names. In The Hunger Games, Susan Collins plays with the sound and rhythm of her lead character's name, Katniss Everdeen. Katniss is an unusual name for a character, but it is not difficult to say. It stems from the arrowhead plant that symbolizes survival, strength, resilience, and adaptability, which is central to the story, reinforcing the character's role as a survivor and leader. In speculative fiction especially, titles and names can help to establish the rules of the world, its culture, or even the tone of the story. In Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien positions the story as an epic, hinting at the grandeur and deep mythology of it. It speaks to a world where power and hierarchy are central themes, setting expectations for the readers before they even turn the first page. In George R.R. Martin's Game of Thrones, Daenerys has an almost exotic, regal sound to it, while Targaryen ties the character to a rich family history that's pivotal to the plot. Both her first and last names reflect her royal heritage and her journey from an exiled princess to a queen. Martin uses names to enrich the world and therefore reinforce character roles. A title should hint at the genre and tone of the story, preparing the audience for what's to come. In The Fight Club, Chuck Palahniuk's blunt, aggressive title instantly signals that the story will involve violence and rebellion. It sets the tone for a dark, subversive story. There's no mistaking that this is a gritty, in-your-face narrative. In Gillian Flynn's Gone Girl, the simplicity of the title hides its complexity. The word gone implies disappearance, while girl connotes a sense of innocence and vulnerability. But in reality, the title belies the dark twists and unreliable narratives within, making it a masterful choice that reflects the themes of manipulation and deceit. Both titles and names can offer clues or symbols that only become apparent as the story progresses. In F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby, the title positions Jay Gatsby as a larger-than-life figure, but the irony is that he's a man built on illusions and fragile dreams. The title reflects both admiration and subtle criticism, echoing the novel's themes of the American dream and its discontents. Finally, in Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind, the name Scarlet is bold and passionate, evoking the character's fiery spirit and resilience. The color itself symbolizes danger, love, and war, all of which are central to her character arc in the context of the Civil War. To sum it all up then, choosing the right title and character names is an art in itself, one that can elevate your story and help it resonate with readers and audiences. A great title hooks you in, while the right name can bring a character to life. Remember to think about phonetics, meaning, symbolism, and the way your title and names tie into your story's themes, tone, and world. By following these principles, you'll ensure your story is not only heard, but remembered. Do you have an all-time favorite title or character name from a story you've read or watched? Let me know in the comments below. Well, that's it for this episode of Get Writing. If you found it helpful, like, subscribe, and leave a comment for more. Stay well, and I'll see you soon.